Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sabrina Dhami with your 13 Now update on this Thursday, January 18th. And we start with the latest from the driveway shooting trial. It is day 5 of testimony. And the significant piece so far today is the boyfriend of Kaylin Gillis testified and took the stand. His name is Blake Walsh, and he was driving the night that the group of friends got lost and pulled into the wrong driveway. And that's when Kaylin Gillis was shot and killed. It happened in the driveway of Kevin Monahan's property in Hebron, Washington County. And this is the property you're seeing right now. Blake Walsh today talked about how the evening began with an invitation through Snapchat to attend a party at a friend's home not too far away from Kevin Monahan's house. Walsh said while he was driving that night, he said they realized they arrived at the wrong home. They started turning around to leave. And that's when he says he heard a loud noise. He said in court today he ducked and everyone in the car was frantic. He said he looked over, and that's when he realized that his girlfriend, Kaylin Gillis, was hurt. And she, of course, died from those injuries. And here's a look at the proximity of where they were trying to go and when they got lost, where they ended up. Monahan's house is where they ended up. The destination, you can see the distance here on this map. My colleague Mark Mulholland is once again inside the courthouse in Washington County covering the latest in there, as well as Dan Levy is there as well. And we will hear from both of them with the latest on the driveway shooting trial starting on News Channel 13 live at 4. Let's bring in Chief Meteorologist Paul Cayano now with a check of your first warning forecast. Of course, what everyone seems to be talking about now, Paul, because we were talking about the snow a couple of days ago. Now we're talking about the cold. What else is in store for us right now?
I mean, it's really the first full week of good winter weather, Sabrina, that we've had. Snow and cold, not uncommon in January. Temperatures this weekend, especially on Saturday, will be the coldest that we've seen this winter. So that's obviously the headline and what people have been talking about here as we go through the middle of the week. Things have modified a bit. It's still chilly out, only 26 in East Greenbush, overlooking downtown Albany with a slate gray, overcast sky, but it is dry. Still a touch of a wind chill at 17. Not as biting as the last couple of days. And now that we have that snowpack, there's that chilliness to the air. It's actually 30 officially in Albany, with middle and upper 20s around the remainder of the capital region. Notice what else is showing up here. A few flurries and snow showers on the satellite and radar picture. It's just a weak disturbance sliding by. It doesn't have a lot of moisture with it. So the bottom line is I don't think the commute will really be impacted by this, but don't be surprised if you start to see some flakes and scattered snow showers coming down through the afternoon and into the evening hours. But the next system here out by the middle of the country will make a beeline for the mid-Atlantic coast. I think this one will be too far to our south to bring us significant snow, but we'll be on the northern fringe, and I'll show you that for the day on Friday. In the meantime, look at the wind chill values through this afternoon, dropping back through the teens. Friday morning, starting out cold, but the real heart of the cold air comes in on Saturday. Look at the wind chill values first thing in the morning on Saturday, below zero across a large part of the capital region. And normally what happens is during the day, these things modify a bit, but not on Saturday. We'll be lucky to get above zero with the wind chill all day long. So prepare for that bitter winter cold for at least one day, although Sunday looks a little chilly also, just not quite as cold. So we talked about the snow showers around, some scattered flurries this afternoon, not a lot. Tonight stays dry and chilly. Notice clouds just break up a bit. And then that system heads off to our south on Friday. So let's stop the clock at lunchtime around 12 o'clock. Notice the North Country stays dry with Greene County, Columbia County, and Berkshire County the best shot at seeing some steady light snow. Even in these places, an inch, maybe 2 in a couple of spots. But the Greater Capital District North, we're talking about a dusting at the most. As long as this track holds, we'll watch it tonight and into tomorrow, and then things quiet down a bit in terms of that snow. But that system's also going to open the door for that Arctic air to come in for Saturday. Snowfall amounts you can see on the modest side, Greater Capital District, a tenth or so. This is the dust with the best chance of an inch across portions of the Catskills. So this afternoon, right around 30, we talked about that, a breeze adding to the chill down into the teens tonight. And then the number that sticks out, I think, more than anything is that high of 17 on Saturday, not to mention low temperatures near 10 above. And then you add the wind and it feels like 0 or below to start the weekend. Sunday really stays cold, 23. It just looks nicer than the 17 on Saturday. And then you could see a real bona fide warm up here as we get into the early to mid part of next week as temperatures climb through the 30s. Keeping our eye on Tuesday and Tuesday night as we could see another system. And Sabrina, depending on the track of this one, a couple models say it's just going to miss us, and another couple of models say we could have a shot of snow. So there's always something to watch in winter. And even as temperatures moderate, we could be looking at some snow as we see these temperatures get back to normal.
That temperature map that you put up for Saturday, that was tough to look at, Paul.
Yeah, I mean, the wind chill, especially 0 or below to start the day, and then it just stays there. So a gusty wind. Certainly, we're going to have some sunshine, but it's going to take all of it to even get us 15 to 20 above on the thermometer.
Oh, boy. All right. Bundle up, Paul. Thank you very much. We will, of course, get the latest forecast from you live at 4.
Okay. See you then.
Story that's just coming in, some new information on dozens of animals seized because of concerns of animal cruelty. And we got this video last night of a few of the animals, some dogs you can see arriving late last night at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society in Menands. The Humane Society now tells us they seized 102 animals from an animal rescue in Latham called Empathy Animal Rescue. Mohawk Hudson says they found 47 dogs, 52 cats, and 3 ferrets at that rescue in Latham. They also say they found 15 cats and a rabbit that were unfortunately dead, kept inside a freezer. Tessa Bentulin is speaking with Mohawk Hudson right now, and she will have the latest for us starting live at 4. And former President Donald Trump is considering Capital Region Congresswoman Elise Stefanik as his potential running mate for vice president. Stefanik's name came up during a dinner at Mar-a-Lago last month, NBC News reported. And they raved apparently at this dinner about her and the way she handled speaking with the 3 university presidents at a congressional hearing about anti-Semitism on campus. Stefanik was first elected to Congress in 2014. She, of course, represents the North Country of our area. That is it for your 13 Now update. We'll have the latest news and weather starting live at 4 on News Channel 13. I'm Sabrina Dhami.